Hey everyone, Mr. Mac here. For this week, we're going to make a pair of binoculars to start doing some bird watching out the windows. Or you could be walking around your parks and take these with you. It's a lot of fun for kids. They really do get a kick out of these. We're going to be taking our paper and cutting it in half and then using both sides to make the two tubes that will be our binoculars. You need tape, pair of scissors, or a stapler. I'm going to use a stapler for this. But before we staple and put our tubes together and make our binoculars, we're going to take a little bit of time and use our shapes today and our lines to make some birds. Okay, so it's a drawing project that turns into a pair of binoculars. So here we go. A lot of fun. I'm going to move the camera right above my hands here. There we go. All right. So first thing we're going to do to get our binoculars, we're going to fold our paper in half so that we have two sides. So I match the corners, pinch, take a pair of scissors, and you're going to cut these two pieces. So right down the middle. And I'll use both of these sides for my binoculars. Okay. So the idea is to give you a chance to do two drawings, all right, of birds. And I have a handout that you can look at while doing this that I put on the Google Classrooms. So if you open that up, it's much easier. You're going to see the shapes that you need, pretty much circles, one triangle. You're going to see the lines. We're going to do a couple zigzags, one that goes sideways like a W, and one that's more like a V. Use the capital letter L's for their legs and little movement lines with just little curved lines. So you're going to be doing two drawings. The idea is that you get to practice twice and you will be better at drawing birds. All right, so the first time, just starting out, and start out with a circle for his body. So go ahead and draw a circle for his body. Next, we're going to draw a smaller circle and attach it to the side. That'll be for his head. Here comes our next shape. We're going to use a triangle from the small circle, and that is going to be his beak. There it is. We're going to do a little extra line through there. Okay, next we're going to use circle with a dot inside of the small circle for his head. All right, so now we got his eye. So now we go into some line use. So to get started, the line that we're going to use is a zigzag line. We're going to start on the back of his body. We're going to go out towards the edge of the paper, bring it back to his body, bring it back out to the edge of the paper, and then return to the circle, okay? And that'll give us our wing. Kind of like I said, looks like the letter W on its side. Okay, for his wings, we're going to use a kind of like a curved triangle. We're going to start in the middle of the circle, do a point out to the outside of his body, and that'll give us kind of a sideways V, right? Let's see, looks like a V. This looks kind of like a W, all right? And then if you want to put a wing on his other side, you can use a little smaller triangle on the top of his body, and that will make it look like he's flying. For the legs, we're just going to use two letter L's, and then to make it look like he is moving, we're going to use some curved lines around his wings. There's that, okay, and maybe right here around that wing. Okay, and there's so much that you can add to this. Of course, you can add anything from clouds to the sun, or you could add other birds in the distance by making little letter V's. But the idea is that you're going to do this two times. So there's once, so I'll do my second one. Large circle, small circle, triangle, and again, we're trying to do this in steps. So step one, body, step two, head, step three, the beak. We're going to add his eye. Step four, we're going to add his tail with a zig, zag. We're going to add his wings with a curved, almost looks like a letter V. And I'm going to add one more triangle, my second triangle, on the top, okay, for his wing. And then we got to do his legs, or her legs. I don't know, maybe it's a mommy bird. Some curved lines around the parts that are moving, and of course the wings are moving. All right, and then we can add whatever we like. We could even put him inside of a nest, right? And make it kind of like a nest. I could put that in a tree, like a tree branch. Okay, so there's a lot of stuff that we can do with this, right? A lot of ideas that we can add to our birds. Okay, put the sun up. All right, so now you have two drawings. Be sure to color them, okay? Nice big shapes to color in, really easy. And then the last thing we do is we take the paper and we're going to roll it so it's in a cylinder. So I just roll it around, and that'll be one part of my binoculars. And if you can tape it, you can tape it. I got a stapler right here, so I'm just going to use a stapler. This is what I do in the classroom. Just come by, I do 2 staples. There's my first part of my binoculars. Now roll this piece of paper into a cylinder. I'm going to attach here. And again, you can put some tape on this. That works really well. And then I'm going to put these two together. So where the staples are, just kind of slide them together. And then you can either use tape to hold them together, or like I said, if you have a stapler, works really well. All right. And then you have your bird binoculars. Okay. So I hope you guys enjoy this. Be sure to take them outside to your park. Look outside your windows and start checking out the birds. Have a great rest of your week, everyone. Bye.